and it just.
Tug along with the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate. Science fiction on a screen so bright. Old classics and the new delights. The unapologetic geek will lead the way with facts and fun to fill your day. Discussing every detail, every frame, from the eerie to the loud and the same. Giggle along with all that's great. Those Sunday vibes you can't debate. Tug along with the Sunday crew. Geeking out is what we do. Giggle on, it's gonna be great. Don't be late, let's celebrate.
Woo! Hey. Hello.
Oh, we're on already. Greetings from North Carolina.
I see you, Thrash.
Try not to breathe.
I'm good. I was 50-50.
I was having an Omega Man moment.
So hello and welcome to Tug Chat. I am back. I took a week off to get really drunk, and now my hangover is gone, so I'm good.
The binge is over, or the binge is over.
Lunatic binge, and I know you're out there.
Hey, Tug, can Voodoo Ranger get a shout out by?
Yes. Danny recommended to me this IPA, and I usually don't like IPAs. It's called Voodoo Ranger. I tracked some down in Florida, which is where I was, and I got really trashed off of it. I drank all 6 of them, and I was out of my head. So it's great.
Oh my gosh,
good times. It is delicious. It tastes. If you like stout beer, it's really good. So.
You get drunk off.
If I start another channel, it's going to be called.
I'm a lightweight now.
Crash.
When I was in college, I was the drunken master. I could down a 5th of Jack Daniels, no problem. But nowadays, I start buzzing after 1 beer. Man, it's crazy. I'm a cheap date.
Yeah, so am I. I try a little bit of Moscato, and after it's only 1 glass of wine because I can't take any more of it. I'm getting too old.
It's so weird. My wife and I, we met each other. We were trashed, and we spent the first few years of knowing each other completely trashed. And nowadays, we don't drink ever really.
Is that why she married you?
Yes.
The last job I had was working in a liquor store. I worked in a liquor store 8 hours a day, stocking shelves and selling liquor to people. I worked at the store, and I did that for 11 months. And I drank once in a while, but I don't drink like I used to after working there.
I can imagine. Yeah.
They give me a bottle every day when I got off work, man.
Employee discount.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tracy.
Yes.
Moscato makes a great mimosa.
I know it does.
Yeah.
I've done that. Good. Yeah, I love Moscato. It
my
reminds
wife's
me of champagne
as well.
Yeah, it reminds me of champagne.
I can't do champagne.
Well,
I got drunk off
champagne is costly.
Which reminds me of that really horrible movie video with Tom Cruise making drinks. I can't remember the
Cocktail.
Come on, Bob.
Oh, I thought that was Patrick Swayze. No, that was Roadhouse.
Come on. Anyway.
Brian Brown.
Brian Brown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, before we really get started, despite Danny's attempt at a segue, I'm going to say hi to the people in the chat. We got Just Carowin. Hello,
Justy.
One of my favorite usernames, Sitcomradery. Greetings. Good to see you here. Indy is, of course, here, ready to go.
Indy.
AM.
Yes, quoting the great director of Highlander 2, Russell Mulcahy, who started on music videos. I think he directed Rio, the Duran Duran video. Anyway, who else? Slasher Fred is here. I'm sure Madonna will come up a few times. And of course, Sarah, my flock, here to show her
Hey,
support.
Sarah.
We love you, Sarah.
Sarah.
JC. JC News Now.
JC.
Let's see. Snarky is here. Boopies. Snarpy.
Snarky.
Boopies Snarpy. Boopies Snarky. Roger Blair. Howdy. Howdy. I'm not wearing my cowboy hat, but I do that anyway.
You can keep a ball cap.
I can't put these on with my cowboy hat, so yeah. Brogu is here. One of my other favorite usernames.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And oh yeah, okay, good. Thank you, Indy, fact checking me in real time. He did in fact direct Rio. So yes, we are talking about music videos because last time, a few weeks ago, when we were talking about stop motion animation, the topic of Peter Gabriel and his music videos came up, and some other music videos that had like claymation and stop motion. And I figured I've always had this kind of fascination with music videos. I mean, as a film student, I actually took an entire class on just music videos because it's like you get these filmmakers to make a vignette. I mean, it's basically a commercial for music, but they're able to stretch their imaginations and go balls to the wall and whatever they want to do. A lot of music videos are going to be just, people playing on a stage. It's kind of boring, but it does the job. Or it'll just be somebody scantily clad dancing in front of the screen to get your attention, which I'm sure we'll talk about a few of those. But every once in a while, you'll get a music video that is actually like artistic and interesting, and it's actually doing something. And as a film nerd, I love that stuff. And so I've wanted to talk about music videos for a while. I've just never made it a topic. So today I'm making it a topic. And before I really launch into it, I know our resident curmudgeon Danny has something he would like to say. So
before we get started, I just want to point out the fact that there are some music videos, like Tug said, I think are great artistic works of art, and I do like some of the music that actually goes with some of the videos, usually not at the same time. But to me, I grew up in an era where rock and roll music was special. You watched it. You didn't get to see MTV when I was young. You had the midnight special once in a while, or Casey Kasem's Talk, and you rarely, maybe American Bandstand, you rarely got to see an actual musical performance on TV. PBS occasionally had a Rolling Stones concert or something if you were lucky. And then you listened to it on the radio. You didn't have MTV, so going to the concert was a bigger experience because you were going to see the live band. I knew things would change the day MTV come on with Video Killed the Radio Star, because it didn't just kill the radio star, it killed the music experience, because from that moment on we were overexposed to our idols, our musical heroes, and not just them as a musical act, which I prefer the just come on stage and play videos because they're more down to earth and honest. But it turned them into actors too. And you find yourself gravitating towards bands because you like the videos, not so much because they had the good music. In a way, it brought down the level of the music experience to me. So I really have disdain for a lot of music videos.
I'm not sure if I agree with you, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Overexposed to, it's hard to enjoy a Guns N' Roses concert when you've seen their videos on MTV 50 times a day for a year.
Yeah, right. You've
been overexposed. I didn't have a good time at the concert because I practically knew every move they were going to make from their countless videos and TV appearances that year.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it brought it down.
Yeah.
No, I've seen them before when they were a lounge lizard act and really blowed. I seen them when Tracy Guns was with them. That's when Guns N' Roses really were Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, because Axl Rose.
But with that being said, I digress in that you have your floor back. Thank you.
Well, I was actually thinking of passing the floor over to Thrash because before we got started, he was giving me an education in the history of music videos. And I think it would be elucidative if he did it right now for all of us.
Sure, I'll give you the micro version.
The short version.
Exactly. A lot of people think that music videos were actually a child of the 80s, and that's when they reached their high watermark. But they actually went back to the 1930s with performers like Cab Calloway and Spike Jones. And initially, they started out with cartoons. Cartoons, as one of the problems they had in the early days of cartoons was getting them to sync up voice to the action. It's much smoother with music because it's a flow as opposed to actual language where if the lips don't match up, it really throws you off your game. So they would take a cool cartoon and put a Cab Calloway song in the background, like Minnie the Moocher, say. And of course, Spike Jones was basically doing Ritz Brothers routines to music. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And it kind of went on like that up until the 60s when a director named Richard Lester is probably best known in this context, working with the Beatles. And he was the one who actually turned the Beatles into the first true video artists. And it was initially done just as a way of too many people wanted to see them. They simply couldn't do enough concerts a year. So they said, well, we'll just do like these video shorts or even musical movies like Yellow Submarine to provide the answer. And Richard Lester came up with some of the greatest innovations, the speeding things up, the quick jump cuts, the interspersing the stage performance with like little skits. That was Richard Lester. And it proceeded like that. Speaking of the Beatles, one of the first true music videos, of course, was directed by Eric Idle. And that was actually shown in the first season of SNL, maybe the pilot, but at least the first season. And it was Eric Idle's Cracker Box Palace with George Harrison, which is, I thought was really funny. George Harrison always hated making music videos. And the fact that he made one of the most influential of all time, I find just ironic. I think it was probably because he was drunk throughout and having a party with his friends while they were making it. But Cracker Box Palace, which of course is loosely adapted from, help me out here, Indy. It was the English dark comedy about the World War I insane asylum. But in any event, watch for the comment. But in any event, but this eventually brought us to, and I believe it was an English show called Video Jukebox, which was if a show ran short, you could only show so many commercials legally. So they came up with a brilliant idea. We'll make videos. We'll take songs that the record promoters and producers are pushing right now. We'll make a video to them and we'll stick it in. It'll basically be a 2.5-minute commercial for an album we're plugging. But people will see it as additional entertainment, which is brilliant. And it works so well. They used to show it on HBO all the time when movies ran short, that someone said, there could be a market for this. And thus was born MTV.
Okay. And that brings me back to me because I'm a child of the 80s and I grew up with music videos, MTV, and even later VH1. I was addicted to music videos always as a kid. Until like, the late 90s when they got rid of Headbangers Ball and just like MTV fell apart. It became like the real world TV. I didn't care anymore. There were like a handful of music videos that came out after that are worth mentioning, but like for the most part, I feel like the music video as an art form died in the mid 90s. I really do believe that.
They started phoning it in.
Yeah. Exactly. But to start with, I want to start with a quintessential 80s classic and a video that the reason I'm picking this one to start with is because I think it's emblematic of a lot of these music videos, because it's all about like sticking it to the man, that whole like counterculture, like youth culture of the 80s, which is like a universal thing. It's not just the 80s, but I feel like, okay, so it's Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it. You've got basically Niedermeyer from Animal House, same actor, playing basically the same role, except he's a dad now. He walks into this kid's room. The kid's just like playing on the guitar, just rocking out. And he's, clean up your room, do this. And he's like knocking things over. He's like, what do you want to do with your life? And the kid goes, I want to rock. And he just leads into Twisted Sister. He turns into Dee Snider. And he like turns his whole family into the rest of the band. And they just like confront Niedermeyer and keep kicking him out of the house, like through the wall. And for some reason, there's like a woman out there, like with a gardening hose, and she just keeps spraying with water. I don't even know why. But it's an iconic music video. It's great, and it's Dee Snider in all of his glory. If you want to put it that way. So yeah, like I said, I picked this one to start with because I feel it is emblematic of a lot of these music videos we're going to talk about.
Amazing pick. It actually is on my list. And yes, it really encapsulated the 80s doublethink of conformity, but sticking it to the man. And you saw that.
It's like what music videos all like, they're all commercial products,
Yeah,
but they're like
yeah.
they're couched in this like anti-consumer spirit, you know, like punk rock on TV with ads.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Buy my record. Buy my record.
Yeah, right.
You know,
See, it really helps, regardless of what the video is, if the music is exceptional. And no matter what Twisted Sister look like, they are an established heavy metal band that were popular before they ever made video one. And let me point out that their video, their more normal video called "You Can't Stop Rock and Roll" that come out way earlier,
Yeah.
I think is even better. And the video made in England for that is even more story-wise and not quite so comical.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Niedermeyer, so
Again, I love the video. I love Twisted Sisters videos. They're very entertaining. They should have did more stuff like that. And also, it's really sad that Dee Snider has issues and has had to retire. Is no longer going to be singing, and his spot is being taken by Sebastian Bach, from what I've heard.
No.
oh god,
And
really?
Twisted Sister will be touring with Sebastian Bach. Excuse me now, I got a bark.
I agree, Tug. This is quintessential 80s, you know, great video. This is one of the first ones I remember as a kid, and just, you know, always loved that one, you know. I wish they'd played it more on MTV.
Yeah, same. It's like a
Yeah.
great, like, you know, rock anthem, you know, like
Mhm.
we're right and we'll fight, you'll see, you know, I mean, come on.
And you'll fight for the right to party.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that too, yeah. Like I said, it's a running theme.
Mhm.
they did make the list. Not that song, but they did make the list.
I never considered
great first choice.
making a list of stuff I actually liked.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, actually.
Yeah, just make a list of the ones you like.
That wouldn't fit my mood this weekend.
Actually, Slasher Fred, I've always found that, in my opinion, Juice Newton was really, really the precursor to Taylor Swift.
Okay, Juice. That's a deep pull, man.
Yeah, I would
If
think
you
more like
watch Juice Newton's old videos, you're like, oh my God, she was Taylor Swift of 1981. Yet I've never been able to confirm that. I've never heard any reference from Taylor Swift that she was inspired by Juice Newton.
Okay, interesting.
I think she sort of stole her act a little bit too from Stevie Nicks.
Oh, most deaf. Where's Emily Miller? She'll confirm that.
Yeah, I can see
I
that
love
for sure.
Stevie.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Stevie?
Now Juice Newton is one of
South
the
Park.
people. Is one of the people that's on that list. I actually think Juice Newton's a great artist. I think she
was
sings really good for country music. But once again, her videos are dismal, hard to watch nightmares of boredom.
What? Queen of Hearts, a little bit hard on me. Those are great. They were like micro.
I'm playing with the Queen of Hearts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You had to sit through her singing, playing with the Queen of Hearts. You wishing you were hearing it on the radio.
Sorry, I liked it, but it's not on my list, so I'll move forward. Am I up?
Yeah, you're up. Go ahead.
You're up.
Go.
All right. Oh, one thing I want to refer to something that Indy said. Yes, Mike Nesmith definitely. The Monkees were sort of the natural extension of that Richard Lester that I was referring to, and also Mike Nesmith, with his associations, particularly with Frank Zappa, was definitely influential in early music videos. So I really should doff my cap. Good point.
Richard Lester, most well known for Superman 3, of course.
He actually did some amazing stuff.
If you look at it, and if you look at it through certain eyes, go back and watch the Monkees episodes. It's like watching music videos.
Yeah,
I watched a lot of the Monkees, like on Nick at Night.
Whole segments of the Monkees were like Scooby Doo. It was just a big long video.
music video. Yeah.
Like the music of them doing stupid crap while the music played.
And
Before Thrash makes his pick, I wanted to jump on something he said earlier when he was talking about like the early days where they learned that it was easier to sync up music. And there's also like a psychological phenomenon there. It's called synchronicity, where like it's really easy to make things sync up to music because your brain wants it to sync up to the music. That's how like the whole Wizard of Oz, Dark Side of the Moon thing works.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a great. I never thought of that, but yes, I can see how it would loan itself. Oh, and speaking of Queen of Hearts, I believe the movie I was thinking of was called Queen of Hearts.
Oh, okay.
We've long moved on, so I'll stop digressing. I'm actually going to go for my first pick. One of my favorite hard rock anthems from this time period, and it's funny because it was from a group who's best known for a song I can't stand, the song of the music video, and it's going to be Warrant's Uncle Tom's Cabin. Uncle Tom's Cabin, not only is it an absolutely amazing song, both lyrically and musically, the music video itself it's outstanding. It tells this really intense story that, would make a great made-for-TV movie if it wasn't a music video. And Janny actually said later on, this was the type of music he had always wanted to make. And I'm sure you guys know the video I'm talking about is Cherry Pie. He made Cherry Pie with a gun to his head. He never wanted to make that song. The producers wanted something that fraternity brothers would listen to at their beer blasts. He wrote the song in about 45 minutes in an old notebook, and it made him more money than all his other music combined.
It's funny how often that happens.
Yeah,
but he
really.
never liked the song. I just want to put that out. But yeah, Warren's Uncle Tom's Cabin. If you haven't seen the video, watch it. I won't wrote it for you, but it's got an absolutely amazing story.
No, that's a good choice. It is on my list, actually. As much as I don't really like Warrant. I find them really hard to take seriously after Beavis and Butthead, because I was wearing a Warrant t-shirt.
Oh, God.
Okay, Dan, what do you got for us? Talk to us.
Everything Warren ever done makes me physically ill.
I was going to say, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. He has to attack me for Warren.
I was at some other concert and Warren just happened to be the opening act. I can't really even remember what it was. It was something horrible. And I remember looking at my friend Chuck and going, are a couple of them chicks? But, okay, I'm going to pick something that I liked, that everybody, my friends, totally hated, and I call a lot of crap from my group of heavy metal, stud-wearing, Judas Priest headbanging guys listen to, because I actually like, God, I hate even saying it, but I like Duran Duran's Hungry Like the Wolf. I like
Yay!
I'm ashamed to admit it. I like Girls on Film a lot too, but I like everything Duran
music
freaking done. I think they're great artists, regardless if they're selling on a boat named Rio or whatever. Some of their videos don't cut it. I get it, but for some reason I have a love for Duran Duran. The name drives me crazy though.
Durant.
Yeah, Duran. He's
I was making a joke.
It's funny you mentioned Hungry Like a Wolf, because that was also on my list, and I actually did a little bit of research behind it. And like what Simon Le Bon, the lead singer of Duran Duran, said about this music video is, imagine Indiana Jones, but instead of going after treasure, some ancient treasure, he's just really, really horny. Which I thought was a beautiful quote.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Duran Duran, all I can think of is the line from the Bare Naked Ladies song, where he's talking about me in grade 9. I tried out for the football team to prove that I'm a man. I guess I shouldn't tell him that I like Duran Duran.
Yeah.
That is clever.
I just remember somebody giving me crap about liking Duran Duran. Why you like? Yeah, for like 30 minutes, and then when I got in their car to go somewhere, they had a Elton John CD in there. So I picked up the Elton John CD and I berated them for 27 miles.
That's funny.
When I think of Duran Duran music videos, though, I always go with New Moon on Monday, with the whole
Also
setup with the French Resistance.
Yes.
And in the end, the stormtroopers come out riding horses with lightsabers. As a 15-year-old kid, I was like, kablam!
Come on, man.
It's honestly kind of a shame that Rio is their most famous music video because it's probably their least interesting music video.
No, man, look at here. You gotta love any band that did a Bond theme.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
One of my favorites.
Probably one of my favorite Bond themes of all of them, by the way.
Mine too.
And the movie wasn't very good. So
The movie's terrible.
Yeah.
The best thing about it is the song.
We're talking music. I didn't bring up the movie or who played it. I just brought up the theme. I brought up the theme, damn it.
Grace Jones is in the music video though. So
And Christopher Walken was good, but
Mhm.
the movie was. But
movie.
yeah, the theme, as you say, is one of the best themes.
yeah.
I was always a fan of Wild Boys. I liked that song. But,
Yeah.
the video is kind of cool too.
Yeah, it's very primal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yes, Toby Hooper did direct a lot of Billy Idol videos, one of which I will be talking about later.
How could I have
By
not
the
known
way,
that?
I actually think Duran Duran's worst song, their biggest piece of crap, no matter what it is better than anything Warren ever done.
Johnny's
don't
dead.
100%
dude.
disagree with that.
Ouch.
He died on my granddaughter's birthday.
You come to me. Anyway, okay, Damien, what do you got?
Probably one of my favorite songs of all time. And one of the best videos of its time. I'm going to go with Dire Straits' Money for Nothing.
Yeah.
I really don't
Of
care
course.
what Dan has to say about that.
Yes.
It's
I just
by
expected it.
by far one of my favorite songs of all time. I will listen to it 3 times in a friggin' row, you know. I mean, even with the whole beginning I want my part in there without fast forwarding through any of it, you know. So
It's a great song.
that guitar solo at the beginning, you know, just I mean, it does it for me. It just always has.
Mark
That-
Knopfler must have like 10 fingers. I don't know how he does
Yeah, I don't know, but
I think
you know,
that was their best album. I
yeah,
really
it's
do.
an amazing album. I have it on LP. I've got it on tape somewhere, and I have it on CD, and of course, I also have it on digital,
Amazing
whatever.
album.
Yeah.
I have it everywhere in my life.
Same. I don't think I have the LP anymore, but I used to.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. It's somewhere in the
Melted.
stack over there. But yeah.
You know,
Anyway,
I somehow,
Great pick.
somehow in the back of my mind, I expected a guy named Damien to come up with Danzig or Say It Slayer, something like that.
actually, I'm not a big '80s metal fan personally. More '90s metal guy.
Why am I
but,
not
anyway.
surprised? Oh,
Yeah.
but
Because I grew up on stuff like Dire
Dire
Straits and Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al.
Rock Me Like a Hurricane. was
Friggin'
pretty
Michael
cool.
Jackson, you know? I mean, that's the
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah,
I
let
grew
me
up
say
on.
this real quick. I like
Yeah.
everything musically that Dire Straits has ever done. I'm a big Dire Straits fan.
Yeah.
I think their video for Money for Nothing is a big piece of crap. I can't stand the video. I hate the animation. The only good part of that video is where he's playing the guitar and you get some clips from a live show.
Oh.
I hate that
Wow.
80s piece of garbage.
Wow.
Danny's
Wow.
just
Like
in
Danny's
rare
kind
form.
of rich.
Never
Yeah.
changed, Danny. Never
Is it
changed.
rare
Breakthrough. It was a
form?
breakthrough video in its day. Breakthrough. I mean, it was like
Yeah,
nobody had ever done anything like it before, and he hates it.
Hey, but let me point out that when they created the toilet that's super flush, that was a breakthrough too, but it still was a bunch of shit.
Oh, God.
Never changed, Danny.
Never
Seriously,
changes.
changed.
Yeah. It's always gonna be Mr. Negativity over here.
That big animated mover guy. That animated, I don't know. I was working at a moving company when that came out, boy, and I really hated that song. But the animated mover guy with the coveralls and stuff, and
Mhm.
he makes me throw up.
Anyway, Tracy, save us.
Give him something else to complain about.
What I've got is, I think this is a really, really cool song, video. It came out pretty nice. I had to just write it down though real quick. The theme from Beyond the Thunderdome, done by Tina Turner, in
Yes.
that video. That was an awesome video, and it's so strong, and she's such a powerful woman. You know, I just think that whole thing. It was like watching a film. you know, more than a music
Mhm.
video.
I think it might even be better than the actual movie.
Nail head. Bam. There you go.
You know, I didn't even think about Tina Turner, and she's not in my list anywhere. But she did have a lot of really good songs and good
Mhm.
videos back
She
then.
did. Yeah.
She
Mhm.
did.
You know,
And she was.
I've been watching Tina Turner since her and Ike was
Right.
burning it up, you know, back in the
Mhm.
day. And I've
Yeah.
liked everything Tina Turner ever done. There's been a couple of her videos I wasn't too fond of over the years, but Thunderdome is one of them that I really did like because I like the movie too, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
the movie's good. The movie's good. It's
Yeah.
possibly the weakest
And,
of the trilogy,
and
but I do
anything,
enjoy it.
but let me point out once again that anything Tina Turner ever done, including her 1960s stuff with Ike, is all better than anything Warren ever done.
This is going to be his like running theme.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for that one.
That's great.
According
Danny,
to
we
Indy,
love
George
you.
Miller directed the video himself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had heard that someone.
I didn't know that, but I believe it. It makes sense.
I have a
Yeah.
prediction here that we are not going to get anywhere near through any of our lists, and we'll be doing.
We'll have to do at
No,
least-
like
at
I
least
really
one
thought
more.
we'd be going faster. I've
Yeah.
got
I have like
so many.
three.
Yeah, I
I
don't
have
even
3
see the
pages of videos. Let's put it that
This
way.
may be a month long.
I didn't even make a list because
I've got the list
on
here.
MTV. I know about any video y'all gonna bring out from the 80s and some of the ones from the 90s.
Mhm.
Oh, and one thing I have to bring up, Jada Pinkett Smith's video for California Knows How to Party, for Tupac was taken directly from Thunderdome. All I'm saying is it was
It
taken
was,
from Thunderdome.
yeah.
I'm not
It's
saying it's
not
right.
what
I'm saying
it's called,
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
you gotta have at least halfway decent music to make a video. But
Mhm.
it's not on my list. I'm just making a reference.
yeah, thank you. I don't think it's on none of our list.
Okay,
But-
so I want to
Great
talk
dude,
about a music video from the late 90s. So this is like after the death of MTV.
You're risking it, boy.
I am
Okay.
risking it. This is a music video you can't actually find on YouTube because it has been banned on YouTube, because it was banned on MTV. It was banned everywhere. This is Prodigy's Smack My Bitch Up, which
The theme alone.
the song, it's not about what you think it's about. It's a DJ term. You've got this slider in front of the turntables and you smack it back and forth, and that's called smacking your bitch up, just for the record. The video is a POV music video. Like, it's from the point of view of somebody getting up, getting dressed, immediately taking shots, doing coke, going to a club, and beating women up, doing all kinds of horrible, awful, terrible things, throwing up on people, pulling a guy out of the john.
Nice
And then
guy.
at the end of the music video, after all of this debauchery, the person looks in the mirror and you see that it's been a woman the whole time. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
that's like the big twist. This
Who
music
directed
video,
Brian De Palma?
basically, I mean, I don't know who directed it, but it's iconic, and it was a mind-blowing music video in its day, and it caused a big stir, and people either loved it or hated it. And like I said, it got banned everywhere. You still can't find it on YouTube in its entirety. You can find like snippets, but of course those snippets never actually get to the end, so you never actually get to the whole point of the music video, which is all about, gender stereotypes and all this shit. I don't know. I wanted to talk about it because I think it is a great music video, and I do love the Prodigy because I was in college in the late 90s, early 2000s. I was a raver kid. So of course I like the Prodigy. So
I know the song and I don't hate the song.
It's on Vimeo,
I know
it
the
looks like.
song, but I don't remember seeing that video.
yeah, it's hard to find. If Damien's right and it is on Vimeo, people should go check it out.
It's on Vimeo. I don't know if it goes all the way to the very end because
Yeah, it usually cuts out about halfway through. So you get to like the part
Yeah.
where like she's beating on women and it just stops because
Wow.
obviously that's horrible. You don't want to see that. That's kind of the point. It's provocative. It's designed to provoke that response.
looks like there's quite a bit of nudity in it.
There's some.
Get upset. And the same people that get upset about that turn that off, criticize it, and turn on WWE and watch women beat each other to death.
know.
That's true.
But they're getting paid for it.
That could totally be Rhea Ripley in that
Consenting.
music video. It would make sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. I know you probably haven't seen it, but I wanted to read it into the record.
Cool.
So Thrash, your turn.
I'm going to stay chronological because I get lost otherwise. And I'm going to take what is possibly the greatest music video of all time, in my opinion. The song is very catchy, very good. I'm sure it's not everybody's taste, but I'm going to go with Party at Ground Zero by Fishbone, 1985, I want to say. This video, it's Dr. Strangelove meets Mask of the Red Death.
That's
That's a
great.
good way to put it. Yeah.
You know, for a sort of ska band, I thought that was amazingly imaginative and just thought provoking. And it is. It's basically hours before a nuclear war. The leader of the Illuminati, whatever, he brings his entourage into a bunker, which is actually set up like a club, and they're having a masked ball type situation. And then when the 0 hour hits, everyone unmasks, and there's this one uninvited guest dressed as a matador, get it in red. And of course, the matador, speaking of, it's not Dr. Strangelove, it's actually more from Failsafe, but still, the matador slash man in red slash uninvited guest turns out to be, well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's one of the best put together videos I've ever seen. There's a lot of quick jump cuts and references to like little snippets of information that your mind just sort of grabs on, which was a really common tactic at the time to maintain interest. And again, the song is very catchy. I've always thought it was a very catchy song. It's taken on a whole new meaning now since September 11th, but at the time, Ground Zero simply meant it was the wrong place to be standing in a nuclear war, or the right one if you wanted to not envy the dead, as so many have said. But that is my pick.
Good pick. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but that video does leave an impression. for
Sounds
sure.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that song. It was another song, but in the movie Nothing But Trouble, it features a lot of Fishbone stuff. I always liked Fishbone, and thought Ponds, that's a wonderful choice. I never would have thought of it in a million years. And let me point out the fact that everything Fishbone ever done is better than everything Warren has ever done.
Glad you mentioned it.
You're making me feel sorry for Warrant, Danny. Come on.
Warren,
At least Yanni didn't have to see this.
Oh,
Mercy.
just gonna shake my head.
Gary's birthday is on Wednesday, apparently.
Oh, happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah,
Big
happy
29,
birthday in a few days in advance.
Happy birthday, young man.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so Danny, now it's your turn. What's your favorite Warrant music video?
If I had to pick one to sit through, it probably would be Cherry Pie because
I knew it.
it's visually aesthetic.
It's the only one I can think of.
And I can actually remember once or twice watching that video with the sound turned down.
They were romantically involved at one point. The girl in that lived with Yanni for years.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't know that. Okay.
that.
So, Danny, go ahead. Seriously, what's your next pick?
Oh, I'm gonna have to pick something that because y'all want me to pick stuff that was good, and I'm not ready to tear stuff completely apart yet. But I've got a few to bring up that I can really talk about how bad they were later. But since I think this probably will be more than one part, maybe I should save some of my disdain for the next one. But I'm gonna pick the band that started a revolution in the music industry of heavy metal, and their videos not only were good, they were entertaining, but stuck mostly just to them playing. It wasn't a whole bunch of crap. It was them playing their instruments and singing, and that's quite right. And the "Come On, Feel the Noise" video, it actually started a movement in the heavy metal world where heavy metal became popular. It started the hair metal revolution, so to speak.
I mean, it's a good pick. Yeah.
With the biggest sales of any heavy metal album, still to this day, I think it's in the top 3.
Hello, BK. Good to see you.
Okay.
And if you want to hear some really good, quite right music that didn't involve music videos, get the stuff before they got famous with Randy Rhoads playing guitar from
Oh, wow.
Sabbath.
You know, I'm not actually that familiar. Like,
Yeah.
Come
Well,
On, Feel the
know.
Noise is pretty much the only song of theirs I know off the top of my head.
I never knew Randy Rhoads.
No, before, well, Quiet Riot was playing in a club one night real quick, and Ozzy Osbourne come in, and he had just left Sabbath, and he was starting his own band, and he saw Quiet Riot, and he actually hired Rudy Sarzio, and Randy Rhoads from Quiet Riot to come play in his band and write music for him. And that's where Carlos Cavazos,
Right.
their other guy, was playing in with Quiet Riot, the bassist. That's where they came from. And then it was them that actually had the first album out for Quiet Riot. But on the original first couple of hard to get rare albums, it's Randy Rhoads playing guitar on all them songs. Because he was the original guitar player for Quiet Riot.
Did not know that.
I knew
real.
I knew that Ozzy was busted up when Randy Rhoads died, but I didn't know that that's how he acquired him. I never known that part of the story. Thank you.
Stole him from Quiet Riot.
Yeah. Well, Quiet Riot really was having inner turmoil at the time. That's why Randy left, and I'm almost sure it's Rudy Sarzio he took with him as the bassist.
You know, I'm highlighting a lot of comments, even though they're about songs that are on my list. I'm just, for the record, just because I highlight it means I approve. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm ready to talk about it yet.
Yeah. Save it for a good show another time.
According to Google, by the way, Metallica's Black Album is the highest selling metal album of all time. But anyway.
You're going to start a war with Danny, I think.
I'm just saying.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with their incredible sellout to commercialism.
Oh, I 100% agree with you. They sold all the way out and then some.
Yeah, some of their later albums were just.
They were riding. Hey, one time Metallica was riding the lightning, and then they bent over for it.
Yep.
My favorite story though is when the guy who had created Napster was at an award show and he was wearing a Metallica T-shirt, and the presenter said, "Oh, where'd you get that shirt?" He goes, "Oh, it's not an official Metallica shirt. I made my own." And they panned to Lars in the audience as Lars like,
yeah,
that's really funny.
Hilarious. Trolling Lars.
And Lars had no sense of humor about it.
Yeah. Oh no. They wanted to make every penny off of every song they had ever made. Not that the whole pirating thing was ever really cutting into their sales or anything. But anyway.
That's what I always said. Anybody who used Napster wasn't going to buy the album in the first place. So you're not losing anything. It's like
if you wanted a good sounding track, you still had to go get it on CD because everything coming off Napster was like 96 or 128 kilobytes.
Yeah, and it would always
it was
clip
horrible.
and just sound terrible. Yeah.
Sometimes
it would just be mono sound.
I go back to some of the ones that I have from back in the day that I got for free. And listen to them, and I'm like, man, these sound horrible. And I'll go on friggin' Amazon and download the track and pay 99 cents for it just because I want an actual quality track of that song, So it's like, if anything, it's taken 20 years or whatever, but hey, I'm buying the songs.
That's his pick. I will say one thing: they were the few bands that ever made a video that, on some level, disturbed me or messed with me. One video
on list. I know which one you're talking about.
I'm talking about that video where that guy's got his arms and legs cut off and he can't see.
When you said that video, I go very peak.
One video.
That's on my list.
That's one.
That's on my list.
That's one of the few videos I ever saw in my life that really just like, God almighty, that was disturbing.
Did you ever read the book?
Yeah,
it's also one of their best songs, if you ask me. And
a great song, but it's still a disturbing.
Off of one of their best albums,
Yeah.
I mean,
back in their heyday,
pretty much everything after the Black Album is just all downhill. But
yep, that's exactly what people in the comments have been saying.
That was their peak, and then it was just
nosedive.
This is going to turn into the SNL bit about a Weezer, where it's like Weezer never started until.
I don't remember the name of the video, but I knew Metallica was in trouble when the video was them standing around a fire dressed like Motley Crue singing.
That's funny.
Metallica boy,
Anyway.
I used to watch episodes of Star Trek Enterprise with like Dutch subtitles because I would get them off of Kazaa.
Yeah. Nice.
That's how I learned.
Statute of limitations is gone, so I can admit that.
Yeah. We're good.
I was able to watch Soldier of Orange without the subtitles because I.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
My turn.
I think it's Damien. Yeah.
Damien, was that your pick or you
No,
No, we
no,
were just-
no.
we were
I was
just
just
spitballing.
commenting on other things.
Yeah.
You gotta stick with it
Well,
now.
please
So-
actually continue with your pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go with "Aha, Take on Me" because
A
that was an
classic.
amazing
That was
video. It's
awesome.
good, damn good song too.
Mhm.
But just an amazing video at the time. Just the whole way they shifted between, reality and the cartoon world or comic world or whatever you want to call it. But and just the way it was all put together, directed, so on and so forth. Just great video, great video. I know,
Shut
Danny,
up, Danny.
you hate it.
Danny.
Oh, this is
It's one of my
crazy.
favorite songs, and I can hit that high
Nice.
note.
I can't.
I
And you
can't.
don't know what level. You don't know what level of pain it brings me to admit how much I like that piece of shit. I like that video, mate, but I will say I like the whole contrast in the video way
Yeah.
more than I like the music of the band.
Mhm.
But I do not hate that song. It's actually
Wait a minute. By your own criteria, Aha did do a Bond song.
That's what I'm saying. You can't really hate them that much, I can't say I hate Aha because I had an Aha album,
Oh,
There you go, okay.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Damien.
but in my
Please
defense,
buy me a Coke.
but in my defense, I got 12 of them for a penny,
Mhm.
Columbia House.
12.
Columbia.
What I love about that video is it's
Still owe
sort of
them
like
money.
an homage to cinema. It's part Purple Rose of Cairo.
Yes.
Mhm.
The ending is taken right out of Altered States, which I think
Yeah. Oh, I was
us
going to
and our
say that.
commenters
Yeah.
are the only people on the planet that would know. But
Yeah.
yes, it's taken right out of Altered States.
So
And-
it's like scene for scene. You can line them up. Actually, I've seen somebody
wow.
do it.
Such a
where they're
safe
like,
space where we all get
boom,
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to check that
And-
out.
I guess there was, and I can't remember the name of it, there was an English movie about corruption in the auto racing industry,
Mhm.
which led to someone being beaten to death. It could be a coincidence, but something tells me it's not. But again, it's sort of like a love letter to cinema. So right up the gate, not to mention the rotoscoping. I've always thought rotoscoping
Yeah.
to be
Rotoscoping always looks
absolutely
cool. Yeah.
fascinating, even though Bashki only did it out of necessity. One of the greatest innovators of rotoscoping. He's like, yeah, I had to do it. I had to cut corners.
Necessity
but,
is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but wonderful choice, Damien, and it was also on my list.
Oh, I'm sure it was
Yeah.
on several lists.
It
Here,
was
so.
all of
obviously
them.
on my list. Yes.
Oh,
I bet you the next one I pick is not going to be on your list, though. I
Hey,
guarantee
that
everybody's going to be like,
would-
"What?"
That wouldn't be on my top 1,000 list. I'm surprised you come out with it, but you did do something. You made me admit that I actually like that, so I'm sad now.
Indy pointed out it was Hell Drivers.
But
Love you,
once
Indy,
again,
Yes.
in
Hey,
a
that's
healthy,
right.
non-threatening kind of way.
Hey, Thrash, just let me point
Yes.
out once again that anything
Please.
that Aha ever done is 100 times better than anything Warren ever done.
Oh God.
Glad you mentioned it.
You're keeping that
Cue
secret.
He's
eye
never
roll.
ever going to let it go. He's just going to beat that dead horse.
Hello, Brian. By the way.
That's
Brian,
my
what's
go-
going on?
That's my go-to go back
Yeah.
joke of the day.
Danny, I'd say you're a sadistic, bestial necrophiliac, but that would be beating a dead horse.
No.
Ba-dum-bum.
See, at least Thrash waits a couple weeks before
I
he
wonder
uses
how
his
many more
great
times
joke.
today. I wonder how many more times today I'm going to get Warren's cherry pie.
How many more picks are we going to get? Maybe one more
Oh,
round at this
gosh.
rate. So, Tracy, quick pick.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sorry.
Okay, the one I have, it tears my heart out when I watch it, and I think it's a really sad video, but it's also a very good video. Is Jeremy, Pearl Jam's Jeremy.
yeah.
Yes.
That tears my heart out all the time I watch it, but it's just such a good video,
hmm
And I will say, Eddie Vedder, a lot of these rock stars, when you get them in a music video and you have them like emoting as they sing, it doesn't really work. Like you can kind of tell they're lip syncing. Whereas Eddie Vedder, I totally believe him. He looks like he's on the verge of tears while he's singing Jeremy. And when I hear the song now, not even watching the video, I still see the image of Eddie Vedder from that music video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stays
You,
with me.
you know, you have no idea how many copies of that Pearl Jam CD my son Jeremy broke or thrown out a window.
Because you have a son named Jeremy.
Oh God.
I have a
Poor
cousin named
guy.
Jeremy.
Poor kid.
I'm not going to say nothing else because he might be watching.
It's not my favorite song on the album, but it is an
No.
amazing music video.
It's-
And
see,
you're
it's
right,
not
it's
mine
very
either.
depressing.
It's touching, though. It's very touching.
It's very touching. Yeah.
Mhm.
It really is. It's amazing.
And speaking of bands that peaked on their first album, Pearl Jam.
Well, one thing I have held that the 80s
Disagree with you on that one, but
the 80s was the last great decade for music, and I will die on that hill. That being said, in the early mid 90s, there were some absolutely amazingly innovative sounds, which there was nothing before or since. So I always give the 90s at least an honorable mention. Hail to the 80s, in my humble opinion, but it does deserve recognition. This century has been crap,
Mine too.
and I will
Yeah.
die on
Yeah.
that hill as well.
Me too.
everything that's come out of the 21st century thus far.
That's just
well,
auto-tuned corporate garbage now.
Some of it's good, depends on who you're talking about, but
Well,
most of it's just crap. But
I'm not even
It's
talking
all-
just the
it's all
music, I mean
garbage.
the whole century.
No, garbage boy. I've heard Dave Sunstorm make better AI songs from his childhood.
I
They
pretty
have
much
stuff for music charts today.
I agree.
Michael
Completely.
much
Block makes some
100
great
almost
stuff.
100% turned away from anything pop in the 21st century. It turns
too.
all the
Me
way
too.
to like the the bands that like play in little clubs and stuff. Like you've never heard of them, or if you have, you've only heard 1 or 2 of their songs. But I have like 8 of their albums and crap. like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
One
do
of the
love
things-
K-pop, I don't because I'm a dirty old man.
One of the things I
They
love
were-
about
they were
my
quite a
son, he's
big
a teenage boy, but he listens to 80s and 90s music. He doesn't listen to anything modern. He thinks it's all garbage. And I'm like, I love you.
Good kid. You raised
I will
them right.
say, I will say that sometime around 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, there were some bands that come out then like Creed that I really liked most of what they were doing.
They were good.
Mhm.
Man, I really like Creed a lot.
Me too.
That baffles me. I mean, I like Creed too, but I'm baffled.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's all
scratch
right.
this high, by the way.
I think My
Yeah.
Sacrifice is one of the best songs ever written.
I mean, it is a really good song.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just amazed you like Creed. That's all. It's just, I didn't have that on my bingo card.
I like their videos didn't make me sick neither.
Oh.
Like someone else we can all know. And I rush to say it before you do.
That just shows how much more you're agreeing with me now that but everything Creed ever done was better than anything Warren ever done.
I tell you, my sense of music now lays with the 70s, 80s, and a little 90s because I do like a little grunge. But I mean, as far as this new stuff goes, it hurts my ears. It's like my ears are bleeding
Yes.
from all that garbage.
I have
And it-
so become my grandfather, and I never dreamed I
Me
would. But
too.
this century has made it
Turn off
easy.
that noise. What's that noise?
What are you doing with your life?
What is that? It. It's like it's all the same noises, all that clicking noises in them, you know, and all that. It sounds like they're all singing underwater.
And
It's
that's the
that auto
politics.
tune thing, man.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
auto tune is the death of music. Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
I've got a lot of choices to pick from, and I'm gonna go with "Been Caught Stealing" by Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
Good.
This is a video they played a lot. Like this video was always on MTV.
I love that
every
video.
single day.
It was all
Um,
over. Mhm.
But it's a great video because you've got a bunch of guys. You got most of the band are like just guys going into convenience stores or grocery stores just stealing stuff on CCTV, and you've got the main story is this guy dressed in drag, very unconvincing, got a fake pregnancy belly and is just like shoving turkeys up there and all kinds of stuff. And then you've got Perry Farrell with like nylons on his head looking oddly like John Belushi. It's like such a weird video, but I love it. It really captures that like that kind of punk rock spirit of Jane's Addiction. Yeah, that was my entry into Jane's Addiction, and then I went and caught all the back catalog, got obsessed with Perry Farrell, and but that song it was something, and that video is definitely it's seared into my brain from watching it over and over again.
Out of the blue, this girl does a cheerleading routine with the
Oh yeah, with the like celery or whatever. Yeah.
It's so random. It was almost like that wasn't scripted. Like some girl in the supermarket just started doing it. They go, "No, film that. That's great. That's cool."
When I first saw that video, I didn't really like it, and I didn't really like James Addiction. But over the years, everything else got so horrible and crappy that now that's probably one of my favorite things because it still exists and it's better than anything Warren ever done back then.
It's the only music video that has a girl in fishnets pole dancing by the grocery produce aisle.
In Indy, I saw your comment about the music stopped in '97. I just wanted to say that's also coincidentally pretty close to when The Matrix came out. So
that was 2 years later.
Yes, 2 years later.
Well, 99, 97.
Somewhere
And
right in
Fight
there,
Club.
you know.
And who would have thought Fight Club would have been a cautionary tale?
Oh.
My mind is giving out.
My
Dave.
mind is going. I can feel it.
I'm gonna
Dave, stop. Dave.
Have you ever heard of a band?
Please stop.
You ever heard of a band called
Warren.
Buck Cherry?
Yeah,
What?
They're
sure.
Canadian.
I like their videos. They're along the same lines of a little bit out there weird stuff.
Who was it?
Buzzkill.
Buck Cherry.
Buzz-
Buck Cherry.
Okay.
They for Canada Day a few years ago, they did a live rendition of "Rockin' in the Free World," and he comes out and sings a portion of it, and it's absolutely amazing. I can't remember what year it was, but check out this video, and it's got like every Canadian musician you could think of is in it. They even managed to get a Gordon Lightfoot, who's not doing well. He's in the back, just sort of clapping along.
Oh wow! Oh, so sad.
Grandfather, but he's there. He's there. So
Mhm.
yeah, check it out if you get a chance.
Gotta give him credit for that.
Okay, Thrash, go.
Oh, I'm up again. Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was getting a little lost there. Okay, I'm going to go with. Well, you know how we talked about how we were going to avoid the ones that were just dirty old man bait. Well, you have to have at least one on your list, and I do. And it's Touch Me by Samantha Fox. I'm sorry, it's insipid, but I fell in love with her in that music video. I still love her to this day. I remember thinking at the time, oh my God, that kid she pulls out of the crowd and dances with was so lucky. And I told this to a friend of mine who just happened to be homosexual, and he goes, "You don't have to worry." She wasn't his type. Oh yeah. I was still jealous though.
Oh,
But anyway,
God.
yeah, there was, like I say, that's the saddest thing about the '80s. They were sexy older women. I was a dirty old man now. So it's, but again, she was actually older than I was at the time. She was, I would say 6 months older than I am. So it's still within acceptable categories. But I have to
Oh, please.
Blam.
That one wasn't on my list, but I do have a few like that on my list.
A couple, come on, really.
I have some politically incorrect video things I like too,
Yeah, I'm
All I
sure.
can say- all I can say is it's better than Warren.
I know
Okay,
what
Danny.
to end the evening with.
What else you got, Danny?
I've got my love for horror movies turned into music videos. I
know
sent
where
you
this is
that one about the movie that started with a rock video. That was so cool. But when Ozzy Osbourne took Werewolves and made a rock video out of it and come out with Bark at the Moon, at the time I thought it had to be the greatest rock and roll video of all time because my love of horror movies had popped in to the music world, and I love Bark at the Moon. I went and bought that album the minute it come out.
Wow.
So that would be my pick. I'm sure everybody here has seen Bark at the Moon, the music
Mhm.
video.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
that was so not the video I thought you were going to
Yeah,
go
I thought he
with.
was going to go with Thriller. But
I
yeah.
know. But
I was
there's
thinking that.
always room for Ozzy. There's always room for
I was
Ozzy.
saving that when I got to the stuff I had disdain for.
You're not allowed to have disdain for anything with Vincent Price in it. I'm sorry.
I love the part with Vincent Price, and I love the Wolf part. I mean, it is a great horror video. Too bad this that the singing had to be so sissified. I hate that song. I hate that album. It was bad enough I had to sit through that, but beat it, just beat it, beat it.
I just want to read into the record. This man doesn't like Michael Jackson, but he likes
I
Creed.
can't stand Michael
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Putting that out
That's
there.
just yeah.
I do not like Michael Jackson at all.
Could have fooled me.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
Oh,
just
Yes,
think,
Bark at the
really
Moon is
feel.
also a very good music video.
that is, I hate Thriller. I think it still is probably the best thing Michael Jackson ever done.
No,
I hate it.
but it's a great video.
I can't stand his other crap.
And yes, it was
I don't
directed by
I don't even like
President
I don't
John.
even like the stuff when he was a whiny little 12-year-old with the Jackson 5.
God.
My cousin, growing up, had a giant Ozzy Osbourne "Bark at the Moon" poster.
Really?
Like, you know those
Cool.
That's
those
cool.
sliding closet doors.
Sure.
You know, covered the entire door. It was that big.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I don't know where he
had
got it. It was freaking huge. And he had the other door. He had another Ozzy poster. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a different album cover. It was just, I mean, he was a huge.
Diary
Ozzy
of a
fan.
Madman, probably. I had the Diary of a Madman and the Bark at the Moon black light poster, giant size, sides of my
So
bed. I
cool.
was a teenager, and when the light hit him just right, it was like really spooky looking.
Oh, neat. Oh.
I had that Pink Floyd poster where it's got like 4 girls on a beach that aren't really wearing anything and their like backs are turned. Yeah.
I had like all the Rage Against the Machine posters, from the burning guy, the monk, to everything. Yeah, and then like all the Jimi Hendrix.
I have a Burning Guy T-shirt.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Pink Floyd.
Nice.
And then of course every Pink Floyd fan has to have the Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Rise is
You
on the
have
wall,
to.
but, mine
I
was
think I
black
still
and
have
white.
one downstairs actually.
I still
you
have
guys-
all my old band posters and stuff
Oh, wow.
saved in a closet that I need to give them to my daughter because she's at that age where she.
Oh,
wants that
good
kind of stuff.
Oh,
God.
wow.
I've got more movie posters than I do band posters, but I do have a
Yeah.
few.
Me too.
I had a lot of posters of a lot of different genres, and because I love The Cure
Mhm.
back in the day as kind of like alternative
course.
girl, and I love
Mhm.
Susie and the Banshees, and all
Yes.
that kind of music. So, and then there's a
Aha.
part of me that
Excellent.
did like,
Twisted Sister.
yeah, and then I also like like Stevie Nicks too. I respected her a lot, and the Wilson sisters from Heart. I respect them totally, So that I had a mix of posters, but I really miss having them because some of them are now valuable and you can never find them again.
This is from 1984. It's a 2-sided original Twisted Sister tour shirt. I just happened to look over and find beside me for some reason.
Very cool.
That is neat.
Not that I planned it that way or nothing. There's a Cheech and Chong shirt over there too for a different show.
Well, Indy, I can't say that I have 26, but I probably have about 10 because I have the Pulse T-shirt, I got the Dark Side of the Moon T-shirt, I've got this one, I've got Animals, I've got a couple of tour shirts that I didn't actually go to any. I went to the Pink Floyd Pulse tour. That was the only Pink Floyd tour I was old enough to ever go see.
Well, you guys know that, like last night, I was wearing my Ramones T-shirt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I love them, and all that. I love most of them. And the funny thing is that even if I can't get into the show, I used to bribe my friends who did to get me back merch because I wanted something to say that I didn't see it, but I actually owned something from it.
I gotta say, Tracy, you got great taste in music, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Most
I
definitely.
agree.
Pretty much everything you mentioned, I love. So.
Almost everything we've been talking about tonight, including Michael Jackson's piece of crap Thriller, I have on CD somewhere in that closet. And a
Even
big old,
Warren?
big
I
old
was gonna
book.
say,
I've got big old books full of CDs from the 80s and 90s, and
Wow.
it's probably been that long since I played them.
Jeez, that's great.
Mm.
Save it up; it might be worth something.
Yeah.
I got VHSs, all them old Disney movies from the 80s too over there somewhere in a
Ooh.
box. Movies
Careful
like all
with those. Keep
I
them
got
in a
all-
dark place.
I got all the Schwarzenegger and all the Stallone movies too. I think I got a bunch of stuff like that.
Somebody
I'm-
sent me a
Danny,
copy of the original animated Hobbit on VHS.
Neat.
That would be Danny.
Yeah, yeah.
because I have
Danny,
tons of VHS.
I'm not trying to, I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but like, with the VHSs, you really have to be careful with those. Do not put them in sunlight because they fade right away.
They do.
And
Warp.
they're all kind of get warped now. So
Yeah.
if you really want to save something and get pristine, put them in a dark place, and that's cool.
Preferably a salt mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, those work. Yes, that's where Hollywood
VHSs
keeps their movies.
My
I'm frozen.
VHSs are packed in moving containers,
Okay. But they're
and
not seeing sunlight.
then they're boxed up, sealed up, taped up, and been in boxes for years. They've never even been out. They're taped shut. I'm going to open them and see what's in there in the near future.
Yeah, keep them as dark and as less
Somebody
than
said,
humanity.
somebody that knows what kind of VHSs I have about these Disney things, and they said they could pay me good money for them.
Yeah, those clamshell things are really.
Yeah, they're worth more than I thought they were worth.
Because they were so limited, they would only like release
Yeah, I
them
got
like
the
6
limited
months at a
edition
time.
too because I had kids and I bought them all, and we watched the little Disney movies, and they grew up. They went in boxes, and they've been there since the kids left 25 years ago, 30 years ago,
Wow.
40
Anyway.
years.
Damien, I think it's
It's
your
my turn. It is my
Your
turn, and I'm
turn.
going with well, I don't know if any of you guys remember this one. You might. I loved it. I loved the video. Speaking of synchronicity, of things like your brain making them match up with the music, even though they
Sure.
don't always. But Mars, Pump Up the Volume.
Ah, yes.
That video
Dance,
did it
dance.
for me. It was just like the whole like NASA 3D animation stuff they were doing. With
Thank
the
God.
saddle, the Voyager turning with the music and stuff. It was just like I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
It is
when I was
very
young.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's trippy.
And I like that
That's-
song too. I've still listened to it occasionally to this day. We'll look it
That
up.
was
And,
close, boy. When I heard him say synchronicity, all of a sudden I thought I was going to have to be talking about every breath you take in the police.
that is on my list.
I was like, here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes my horrible Dune references.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Mars, Pump Up the Volume. But
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I liked electronic music. Still do to this day.
Well, yeah,
so,
sure.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I used
so.
to make electronic music. So.
I dabbled when we first started getting computer programs that could do it on a desktop computer. I played around with a bunch of stuff. And, I don't know. I lost it all in a hard drive crash years ago. So
Oh man, that's
yeah, I've lost a lot of stuff over the years in hard drive crashes. So anyway.
Oh, I still have stuff. I put everything on my iPod at the time, and then for some reason I hit it somewhere, and all of a sudden it lost its memory, and there was like over 1,000 songs on this thing that I downloaded. I'm like, really, did this have to happen today?
I once lost a short story on a computer when I was like 16, and ever since then I have become a digital hoarder. I've got like 5 copies of everything.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It's become so much easier now because I can hold with this little tiny itty bitty thing.
Yeah.
Like I think this one's like 250 gigs or something like that. It's like
Tell me this real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, back when I had the e-machine and the computer where you could download music and had a CD burner, you could burn CDs and all that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
I was paranoid about my computer and losing stuff. So I would always click the backup, download the computer and put it on, download the whole computer on these discs.
I got a few of those too.
And all the cool stuff that went with it are on these
It's
discs,
stuck.
right? And I got these big old stacks of these discs with my computers on them. But on these new laptops, they ain't nowhere to stick down discs to get your shit back off of it. What do you do now?
Yeah.
How do you get your stuff off these discs from 20 years ago onto the
You buy
laptop computer
a
now?
portable CD burner.
Yeah,
I
you
still have a
you
bunch
have
of
to use
these
a virtual machine to actually get it to work.
spindles
Yeah.
of CDs that are all
I do too.
backups. Yeah, whole spindles from
Yeah,
back in the
got
day.
them.
Mine are probably downstairs, but I do have them.
Yeah.
On some
This
of
is
them,
funny.
where I did pictures and whatever, I can put them in the DVD player and look at the pictures on the screen and stuff. I
You
did
just have
find
to get a portable drive for your
DVD player.
desktop.
They
or
work in the
laptop.
DVD player for some stuff, but you can't access everything with the DVD player.
That's cool, Graham.
Portable
Thank you
drive,
Yeah.
for rolling.
covered in dust. You tell you how long it's been since I used it.
Unfortunately, I had to sell my Korg years and years ago.
Oh man, that sucks.
It was so nice.
It was sweet.
But we went through bankruptcy when we were first married. Bad times, but we recovered. We're fine now.
Yeah, yeah.
I do miss the Korg though.
I hear you.
So
Crazy.
yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I mean, out of a lot of people, I really love Susan the Banshees. And I know you guys probably don't know because a lot of her stuff was obscure for a long time, mostly shown in England or on special things like MTV used to have like foreign video hour or something like that at the time.
Yes.
And I liked watching her video for Israel and for Cities with Dust.
Yeah, Cities of Dust.
Mhm.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the video for
Yeah.
Israel.
Israel's a great song. It came out like in
I know the song. I've never seen
1979.
the video.
Yeah, but yeah, so like every time that would come up, I just thought artistically it was great. Her music, I mean, it just came from her soul. It wasn't BS, like some Tiffany or something like that. I mean,
Say.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's like I thought it was like one of the neatest things I've ever seen because it reminded me kind of a kaleidoscope, glassy. It reminded me of like colored glass. It's just really neat, artistically
Wow.
speaking.
Wow. Good job, Tracy. You reminded me of Tiffany. Hey, Pons, we found something that Warren might be.
Do I need to remind you of Debbie Gibson too? I mean,
Ew. Kill
Now,
me,
Wart, I can't believe Wart moved up a notch today.
Warren.
The only music video from Susie and the Banshees I think MTV ever played around here was "Kiss Them for Me."
Yeah, that's a great
they
one.
played that one a lot.
Hmm.
And yeah, I've seen Cities and Dust. I think those are the only music videos I can think of that I've actually seen of Susie and the
Yeah,
Banshees.
yeah. The
You
one
haven't
that's
seen
from
the Passenger?
No, I haven't
Yeah.
actually seen the music video. I love the song, but I've never seen the
It's
video.
it's a really it's not like amazingly great, but it's a lot of fun and they put a lot of work into it and it's very nicely put together. It's
It-
almost like modern cabaret.
I
Yeah.
went through
That
I
works.
went through a music phase a couple of years ago, and I actually would look up people and watch their videos, and I was seeing some stuff by bands that I missed back in the day, and I got all into it. So now I'm actually pretty educated and have seen even the newer stuff. I've actually seen at least a few minutes enough to know I need to throw up or leave. I'm really familiar with a lot of music videos. So
Oh
yeah,
my
most
god.
about it's on YouTube.
Okay, so for my next one, I'm going to keep it real simple, and I'm going to talk about the band that legit spent more money on hair product than they did on guitars, and that
Uh-oh.
is Whitesnake. Here I go again.
I knew it. I knew that was on the list.
It had to be
I
on
knew-
someone's list.
I knew that had to come up.
You've got Tawny Kitten on two Jaguars in like a sheer white dress. I mean, come on, what more is there? I mean, the rest of the video is just Whitesnake singing and like teasing their hair.
I like Tawny Katane. She's
Tawny
really
Katane is
cool. Or she
amazing.
was. It's a shame she passed.
Yeah,
It is.
it's
And
an
the- and the-
iconic music video. It just is.
And the fact that they lampooned it in '85 by
Yeah,
Bowling for Soup, which is priceless.
mhm.
You know, I caught a lot of crap about Whitesnake in that video because I got these hours and hour long tapes of music from MTV during like 84 and 85 and 86. I got boxes full of that stuff. And every fifth or sixth video is here I go again.
they played it a lot.
My sister was watching the videos back and she said, "What is your sick fascination with that song? It's recorded every fifth or sixth time on." I said, "No, I just stuck the tape in and let it record. MTV was the one with the sick fascination playing it every 6 or 7. Me.
Sure, Danny. Blame it on MTV.
If Whitesnake had a greatest hits album, it would
I
be
wasn't going
24
through
tracks.
recording videos.
Here I go again.
I wasn't going through recording videos and cutting out commercials and all that. I put it on extended play, stuck a
just hit
6
record.
hour tape
Oh my
in there,
god.
party, and fast forwarded through it the next morning watching videos when I was sobering up or whatever. Because I was out on Saturday night, I wasn't sitting home watching TV. I stick a tape in and leave.
let's put it this way. I like the beat of this one song. You know, it's a Rolling Stones song, so we all know where that's going. Long story short, is I know it's not perfect, and I don't know if there's a video for it, but I do like the song "Little TNA." I think it's got a great beat, and it's a fun song. You know,
Well, who
to
doesn't
me,
love a
it's
little
just fun.
TNA?
And I don't swing that way, but I love that song.
We offended Dan.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen sooner. Or
I'm just saying, you know, there are PC things I don't like. I mean, you know,
Oh,
that
this
are
is
not
far
PC
from
I
the
like.
most scandalous music video on my list for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's not even close.
Who is it? Something by like Tupac
Tawny
or something?
Katane is nice to look at and all, but I got more.
Well, of course. And there's women who like, you know, like I said, there's this one woman, I think, I don't know what her band is, but she's like, you know, a rap singer, and she has all these guys coming out in Speedos
Oh, sure,
and
yeah.
whatnot and shaking their
Mhm.
booties. And I'm like, God, please give me a break.
It's like Madonna coming out on stage with all these like Steve Reeves lookalikes, you know. It's just
Oh, God, that's crazy. They all look alike. Yep, the same.
Okay, so what do you got, Thrash? Hit me.
I'm going to go with another music video which has classical literature references to it, most of which were not picked up on by the people who actually watched the video. And this is Mike and the Mechanics' Silent Running.
Oh, that's a
With-
good song.
It's a good song. And it's a good video too.
It is a good song, and it's a great video. And of course, anyone who watches it knows it's loosely adapted from Wrinkle in Time,
Mhm.
which is one of my favorite books as a kid. So much so that it galls me that to this day they can't make a faithful adaptation to it. But anyway, I thought the music video was actually a much closer adaptation, although it omits Meg for reasons not ever fully described. But it's a great video. It plays into 80s paranoia. It's a great song. It all comes together. And again, I love it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to miss a minute because we're having a little bit of a hurricane.
Oh, no, not again.
Rock Me Like a Hurricane, which
Yeah,
should be on
right.
somebody's list.
Not mine.
Not on mine.
I can't picture the music video off the top of my head, so
Yeah, apparently a giant limb had come down and hit the house and was making the dog go crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
that's the second time somebody has mentioned Rocket by Herbie Hancock. And here I thought I was being obscure putting it on my list.
Don't ask me why I have that on CD, but I do.
It's Herbie Hancock. Of course you have that on CD because Herbie Hancock is awesome and he's still touring today and he's like 90.
I believe he owned a home in Martha's Vineyard years ago.
Mm.
The guy lived on, of course, we call it the Cape and Islands. So that just leapt in my head. I don't know if he still does, but that was at a time when all musicians had to have a home on Martha's Vineyard.
I saw Herbie Hancock like I want to say like 8 years ago. I think. Yeah, he came to St. Louis. The guy's still got it. He's still full of energy, like even at whatever age he is now. He was awesome. I love Herbie Hancock.
Wasn't he an English professor
I think so.
in
at
addition
some
to being a
point.
musician?
Yeah.
I don't know. His video was a little weird.
His video is very weird. That Rocket video is kind of messed up.
But it had a catchy beat. You're like,
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm on.
sorry, I didn't mean to steal the thunder, Thrash.
Oh no, I pretty much said it, you know. And again, big guy is 45. So glad you could make it. This is a very appropriate show for you today. Glad you could make
Absolutely.
it.
Mhm.
So
All right,
I
well,
guess
Danny, you got anything else, or you want?
he's going in and out,
Yeah.
I'm in
the old
swamp here.
in out, in out.
It's the changing of the seasons and the pollen's in the air and the storm's blowing it all around. It's actually coming through the windows and filling up the house, and it's annoying.
Mm.
I'm
Are you
sorry.
just doing beat poetry now?
Yeah.
But the sound of me coughing is better than anything
Oh, I
more
see.
than that.
I thought you were doing ode to climate change.
Is it my turn again?
It is your turn again.
Wow. So I guess I'm gonna have to talk about music that actually changed the way I looked at stuff, and that would be the videos by the band Kiss. Now it's a love-hate relationship. Why I think Kiss may have my favorite video of all time when they come out with "Creatures of the Night," which was a great song and a great video with the kids' eyes lit up at the end of that video. It sent shivers down my spine. And I like most Kiss videos from the 80s, even though not every song that much. But we got to admit that when Kiss took off their makeup and come out with "Lick It Up," it was the most dismal, disgusting thing that ever happened. They should have kept their makeup on. Vinnie Vincent
Vinnie Vincent, what a character.
It's like the worst album with the worst look and the worst sound of anything they ever done. So every bit as good as "Creatures of the Night" is great and innovative. They failed with "Lick It Up," which is totally destructive and dismal. But once again, the "Creatures of the Night" video was probably one of my favorite videos of all time. And it really rocked right at the time I was really into Kiss a lot.
Yeah, I can't picture it, so I don't really have any input. But
Vinnie Vincent. For a long time when I was like a kid, I used to think that Vinnie Vincent was like a girl.
I'm thinking the Bill Lugosi line. My creatures of the night. Listen to how do they? What is the line? It's killing me. Indy. Hear how they
how
run.
music they make. Yeah.
Hear how they run.
What music
Hear how
they make.
run.
It's what music they make.
All right, I'm being an asshole.
But thank God that Vinnie Vincent came and went really quick with Kiss.
Yeah. He had an attitude though, real big.
I like Bruce Kulick a lot better, but Kiss after the original four broke up after like 89 and 90, it was like, bleh.
My friend is friends with Eric Singer, who's a new drummer, and I like. I mean, he's a good drummer. I mean, I don't have anything grudge, but I'm just adding that to your story.
Cool.
So I know somebody who knows.
One part of Kiss is I've seen Kiss. I know at least 90 times, maybe closer to 100 times I've seen Kiss in concert. And every time I've seen Kiss in concert, it's been the original four. I've never seen nobody else.
Yeah, New Frontier and Mexican Radio are great videos too, by the way.
Those are good.
Okay, Damien, your last pick of the day.
All right. I am gonna go with Devo Whip It from 1980.
That was funny.
It is just the quintessential, like, you know, early 80s alternative kind of goofy, you know,
let's just be weird.
Let's just be weird and throw this together kind of video. And it's just funny and weird and just, you know, is what it is. I like the song too. So
yeah,
that's what I like the most about Devo is they were really different from anything else that ever come out. And that's why I had pretty much everything they ever done.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Probably still do. Probably still have their little CDs and shit, the best of whatever. And by the way, I think my favorite song by them is "Working in the Coal Mine" from the Heavy Metal soundtrack.
Oh, that's a good song. That's a really good song.
Cover. And nobody knows it's a cover.
It's a lot better than "Whip It." And all of it's better than anything Warren ever done.
Oh, God.
People actually made some really good music videos back in the day. That's why I wasn't sure which one you were going to go with. But yeah,
Whip It is the most iconic. That's the one everybody remembers.
I've always liked that video ever since I was a little kid and saw it. And I was like, yeah, that's a good video. That's fun. So anyway.
And my buddies and I, we always laughed at the Ride 'em Cowboy line towards the end. Just a tad risque. He was working on Yo Gabba Gabba, you know. Mark Huzica, what's it? The I don't even know if it's still on before that kid show back about 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, he was working on that. No one knows what I'm talking about. I get that.
Not a clue, man. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a kid's sort of variety show called Yo Gabba Gabba. And we'll just leave it at that.
My kid watched How It's Made, so I didn't watch a lot of like those kinds of shows.
Yeah, I didn't watch kid shows. Those are for kids, you know. Only adults watch kid shows.
It seems to be more true every day these days. So.
Okay, so Tracy, your last pick of the day. What do you got?
Okay, I've got another fun one. Damien brought to mind. It's Rock Lobster B-52s. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, I didn't take it for real or anything. It's
Of
not,
course
you know,
not.
not
It's
top
fun.
10, but it is hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Funny story is I've probably seen the B-52s 150 times. They used to play every little nightclub around here all the time. They're right here. They're from Anderson, South Carolina,
Mhm,
basically.
mhm.
I thought
And
they were
they
from
play.
Athens, Georgia.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, this area between here and Clemson, they played up and down 85 every freaking nightclub that you could go to.
Wow.
And I've seen them in bars 5 days in a freaking row, man.
No kidding.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's neat.
Cool.
Not really, but
Oh, the B-52s were awesome. Come on, man. They were
Yeah.
great.
and the girls
They're
were hot.
fun. They're just fun.
I like
you know?
Katie
Yeah, they're like a
Pearson.
fun throwback, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Mhm.
Although I
It's
thought you were
upbeat
going to
music.
go with
yeah.
"There's a Monster in My
Yeah.
Pants" because
Hey,
the
hey,
animation
all I
of
got
that,
to
you know.
say, all I got to say is them girls are wonderful. Too bad they got that little nerdy bodyguard lead singer that won't go away.
Oh no.
That little cock blocker.
The one song of theirs I don't like anymore is Love Shack, just because it was so overplayed.
Oh, it was
Like, I just-
Yeah.
overplayed
I
all
like
the
their
way.
old-
Like
yeah.
100%.
I like
Completely
their song. They have
overplayed.
a song called Channel Z. I like.
You know,
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Channel Z.
you know,
Mhm.
you know, down here on the other side of Anderson, out near the airport, is a nightclub called the Love Shack that song's
Oh
wrote about.
no.
Really?
Oh, Love Shack, baby. Yeah.
That was
Another
like their
good-
only really mainstream hit. Everything
Mhm.
else was
Pretty
like from,
much,
like
yeah.
clubs
Actually-
and stuff, you know.
You know, another good song by them is Planet Claire.
That's probably my favorite song by them, actually.
Mhm.
Did. Although I've always had a soft spot for Private Idaho.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The drum line of that is
It's
absolutely
real
outstanding. It's just absolutely amazing. If you
I
listen
may
to
have some B-52s merchandise and stuff with the
it.
pictures and stuff somewhere around here.
Neato.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay,
do
well,
a show and tell. Sorry.
Before we end this, I'm gonna give myself one more turn because it's my show and I can do what I want.
Tell it like it is.
So I'm gonna go with another iconic one, kind of like Here I Go Again.
Mhm.
Addicted to Love, Robert Palmer.
Oh, you beat me to
Oh
it.
yeah. No, that was a great video.
You've got you got 5 girls,
Mhm.
very 80s in those black dresses with
And they
the
all
belts,
look the same.
and they all look exactly the same. You got the red
Mhm.
lipstick, and they're covered in white, and they're staring dead-eyed straight ahead
Mhm.
and playing the musical instruments while Robert Palmer is just like, basically giving a blowjob to the microphone.
I always had my suspicions about him.
But he's,
Oh my
he's got
gosh.
he's like that. He's got that dead eye look into the as
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
he's like a little raise the eyebrow every now and again, but just very straightforward, straight man look, kind of
I
thing.
genuinely
So-
don't understand why this music video works, but I can't deny that it does.
It became a franchise. He did
And
like
if we're-
3 or 4 songs.
Yeah,
and
he
it-
did a couple of different videos
Yeah.
that were just like it. Yeah.
If you're gonna,
Yeah,
I was gonna say, if you're gonna bring up
Coca-Cola.
"Addicted to Love," you got to bring up "Simply Irresistible."
Exactly, the
because
same
it's
thing.
exactly
Yep,
the same.
yep,
It's like
yep.
the
And
same
there was a-
friggin' video.
Mhm.
and there was at least
True.
one more, and there was a Coca-Cola commercial,
Yep.
a
Yep.
Pepsi Cola, a cola commercial, and but for some reason the keyboard player was always my favorite, and I don't know why.
And-
For some
and
reason.
let
There
me
was one
point out-
guitarist who kept bouncing that I really liked.
Yeah.
That's what most teenage boys like.
Okay, let me point
I
this
get it.
out.
I get it.
Point this out. When I first started this show tonight, I said some stuff, and this video is the first prime example of what I was talking about. Sometimes the video made the star more than the music,
Mhm.
because I didn't really hate the song or like the song either way. And I remember watching that video every time it come on and loving that. And them girls were so hot and it was so cool. But I never bought one of these albums.
Aw.
You couldn't turn away from it if it came on.
I
You're
never
just like,
bought one of his
Yeah.
music.
yeah.
Mesmerized.
How many people here bought his albums? Huh?
I did actually. I bought a
I
Robert
didn't.
Palmer album.
I remember
There's like
I-
3 good songs on it, and the rest of it's garbage.
I had one of his. I had "Addicted to Love" on like one of those compilation albums that they came out with, or
Yeah.
compilation tapes in the 80s.
around this time.
Yeah, I had it
Halloween
on the
parties?
Rock that stuff.
There were always a bunch of girls that would go to Halloween parties dressed as the girls in the video with the black mini
Sure.
dresses. And
Oh, that's funny.
Mhm.
It's so simple but icon. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Or-
all the girls have their hair slicked back, and they're all wearing basically white powder and red lips and
It's
dark
almost like
eyelashes or
16th
eyebrows.
century
Yeah.
Kind of.
makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, it also kind of reminds me of is a little bit of, was that art, like physical art
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a way?
It was very
it-
80s
mhm,
like mannequin
mhm.
art kind of thing.
Yeah, it
I
reminds
guess-
me of art school kind of thing,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
With
yeah,
me, I thought it was like 1984, but back then in 1984, they were trying to downplay their sexuality. In the videos, it was the opposite. So I thought it was a night reverse of 1984.
It'd be
and it came
1984 if there was a population problem. Trying to get the guys a little more excited. You know what I'm saying? But hello, Morris.
Well, they all wear makeup. And speaking of post-apocalyptic or dystopian, whichever.
Yeah.
In Boy and His Dog, they all wear that sort of heavy white.
That's true.
makeup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're underground.
The word I was looking for is it reminds me of performance art. That's
Yeah,
the word.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, yes. But yeah, it was a very provocative look. It really caught the eye. It really made one go.
Mhm.
It really popped.
Yes.
So on that note, Thrash, you going live tonight?
I am going live tonight. Not sure what the trivia is. Not sure if I'm going to have trivia. It's probably going to be a short show because daylight savings really throws me off my game. So I'll probably be falling asleep at 8:00. But I am going to go live today at 7. And if I start to nod off, just scream or something. I don't know.
So wait a minute. Today's daylight savings time, and it went back last night or something.
Forward.
Went forward. We lost an hour.
That's why it's 2:30 now.
Did you think we started an hour early?
Hey, I go by phones, and they change automatically. I'm not got no
okay.
Computers
Yeah.
change automatically.
I didn't even know it was changing, and I didn't even notice it changed.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh gosh. Oh
Why is
gosh.
it
Man,
light
why is it
so
so
late? Oh, I
Mm.
lost an opportunity there. Sorry.
Also, I want you to just announce something, just off key. If you guys are familiar with a guy named Adam the Woo,
Oh, right.
his father is doing a tribute or a memorial or something like that on his homepage. It's JWW on the Move on YouTube. Check it out. They're doing it at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
No,
I'm
Which
sorry,
is just like
Eric.
in half an hour. No, that's good. Like
One of you
I meant to
good
bring it up.
mods, Don't have one of the good mods drop that link in the chat.
Let's see. Who mods do I have on board right now? I think I've got Indy, and
It's
that's
the
about
mod
it.
squad.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mod Squad.
Oh, hey,
Um,
Bazinga.
I
So-
got a quick question.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Has anybody on panel
Yes.
ever heard of a TV show from the 60s called The Cat, starring Robert Loggia?
Logia.
Logia.
Mm-mm.
Loggia. Loggia.
Logia.
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 Thrash was right. Logia.
I got these comic books
No kid. I'm not familiar with
from a
It's
TV
obscure on
show
top of obscure.
called The Cat.
Interesting.
Ran for two
R
seasons.
as in Robert Loggia.
It ran for two
Oh, as in,
seasons.
oh my God, it's Robert Loggia.
And had that guy in it. And I've never heard. It's just so rare I find something that it's a TV show comic book that I've never heard nothing about, never knew existed.
It is
Y'all
weird
haven't
when
heard
there's
about
something
it
you
either?
should have heard of and you've never heard of it before. You're like, wait a second.
Yeah, you've never heard of it neither.
No.
And Tug,
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Yep.
I'm an expert on
Amy?
60s television, so it's like odd that, yeah.
And I like Robert Logia a lot. So
Mhm.
it's
well,
weird.
there you go. I got comic books based on a show that he did in the '60s that
Mulholland
nobody,
Drive.
Yeah.
nobody's ever heard
No.
of. It's
Lost
Mandela
Highway, Lost Highway.
effect
I
comic
love
book.
those cold check
Oh,
ones you
Lost
got.
Highway.
Those are pretty rare.
But everybody's heard of that.
Not everyone. We
So-
have.
Anyway, we will be doing this again next week and probably the week after that too. So,
Oh,
Damien, hold on.
The list will probably grow
Because I have barely scratched the surface of my
Oh.
list.
No, I
Me
got
too.
three pages, like I said, 3
And
pages.
even while we were talking, I thought of like 10 more.
15
yeah,
more.
yeah.
I've got a lot of them too.
So yeah, everybody can come back and we'll do this again next week.
It would be.
Just keep a list next week. So.
Madness because it's mad.
I'll try to keep a tab of everything we talked about next week. And send it to
Okay.
you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bring up the same shit I talked about this week.
I do have a video dropping in half an hour on the 1977 version of The Island of Dr. Moreau with Burt
Wow.
Lancaster and Michael York.
You know.
And that means that eventually I can talk about that 1996 train wreck.
The one you couldn't look away from.
Yeah.
Well, Michael York is way superior than the
Oh yeah,
one-
the Michael York version is better. Yes.
whatever.
I have a lot of good things to say about it in my video. You'll just have to check it out.
Definitely.
And yeah, that's all I got. I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Happy
Never be
trails.
what you love, even if it's Warren.
Thank you and good night.
Hey.